What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Damien After Dark. You're watching the official and all new Young and Reckless after show where we recap and break down the most explosive and best moments from the episodes. Now, on this video, we're going to be recapping episode 4 and breaking it down. And baby, I'm gagged. Bitch, I am gagged. As I've said once before, thank you to everybody who recommended this show to me because I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I've watched all 4 episodes tonight and I've been entertained, okay? And let me tell you something. Miss Melanie Fox, that bitch came in the house and shook shit all the way up, okay? Love her or hate her, because I don't like the bitch, all right? And as I've said before, I use bitch as a term of endearment. You a bitch, I'm a bitch, we all bitches, okay? But that thing, Melanie Fox, I gotta hand it to her. As much as I don't like her, I gotta hand it to her. Because she came in that house and she shook shit up, okay? It may have been premeditated. I gotta say that. She did premeditate a lot of this because she wanted to put on a show. However, she put on a motherfucking show. Y'all want to talk about it? You better believe we are. All right, so let's get into episode 4. Let me get comfortable. Get comfortable. Get cozy. Let's talk about episode 4. Because let me tell y'all, at this point, at the beginning of this episode, when it started, I am screaming at my motherfucking TV at this point, okay? Because KP is getting her ass handed to her by Melanie Fox. And I'm just like, Ivory, girl, where you at? Where is Ivory when you need her, okay? So Melanie done fucked KP's lip up. KP's lip is bleeding. And Melanie talking about, I didn't want to do that to you. I didn't want to do that to you, girl. But I was trying to talk to you calmly. I'm like, calmly? Bitch, are we watching the same show? What you mean you was trying to talk to her calmly? Now, Melanie, you know you was not trying to talk to that girl calmly. Ever since you got back from the club and you walked in that bedroom high off that coca-cola, allegedly, you was looking for trouble and you were searching for trouble everywhere you could find it. My thing is, you just didn't go looking in the right place because you should have went to Ivory. Because Ivory built just like you. That's who you should have went up against. Not these little old tiny little frail things like KP. Right? Now, Melanie's got KP's blood on her face. She's got KP's blood in her wig. And KP says the only reason that her mouth was bleeding the way it was because she's got braces. She said anybody can hit her in the face or the mouth and her mouth is going to bleed. And I guess that's understandable, you know. I get that makes total sense, right? Your mouth's going to bleed. She's got braces. I get it. And listen, I like KP. I think she's cute. She's kind of quirky and it seems like she's innocent in a way. I don't even think she likes to fight. I think she's just there for a good time. I think she's there just to turn up and party and be on TV, right? Even though I think she should know what she signed up for. I mean, let's just be real. But Melanie is obviously doing these antics for camera time. Let's be real. And she told on herself. If y'all pay attention to a lot of these shows, these people will tell on themselves every time. And that's exactly what Melanie did. Because if you listen, security keeps holding Melanie back. And if you notice, she says, do y'all want a show or not? Like, pretty much saying, do y'all want me to turn up and act a fool or not? And it's just like, I respect her for trying to put on a good show. But as I've said before, if it's not authentic, or at least it don't come off authentic, at least act like it's authentic. Don't say, do y'all want me to put on a show or not? Like, it just doesn't read well. If I could tell this was Melanie Fox being Melanie Fox, if I could tell she wasn't trying to come in and be the next Natalie Nunn or the next New York or the next Nene, I would give her 10s, right? I would give her 10s, but The fact that you're doing it premeditated, sis, it's like, come on now. Now, I mean, then again, this is what you get when you cast hoes who want 60 seconds of fame. This is what you get when you cast these recycled ass girls who want to be the next Natalie Nunn, right? Stay in character, sis. Stay in character. I need you to stay in character. Stick to the script, Melanie. Now, Charmaine says as soon as the cameras came on when they got home, Melanie decided to turn up, which was so obvious. I mean, she wants to be a bad girl so bad. And at this point, it's giving sad girl, not bad girl. It's giving very much sad girl because, I mean, Melanie, you look delusional, sis. You look delusional. Now, Ivory is sitting in the background cheesing, loving it all, you know, getting her rocks off to all of it. And I'm just like, why don't you fight her, Ivory? Y'all both big bullies. Y'all fight one another, right? Which we see play out later in the episode. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Believe me. Be patient with me, okay? Now, the producers are pissed with Ivory at this point. Not Ivory, Melanie. They're pissed at Melanie at this point because at this point, she is so high out of her mind and drunk out of her mind or whatever she is, that she's doing the most. She's fighting everybody. She's being disrespectful to production. She's picking up shit like lights and everything. Just doing the most. Like when you get to the point to where you about to start destroying this expensive ass production equipment, you got to go. Right? You got to go. I don't care how much entertainment or drama you're bringing. You got to go. Which they didn't kick her out yet. She's still there at this point. But the security and everybody's doing everything they can to try to pull her out of this particular room. And if I was y'all dumb producers are better than me, because if I was producing that shit, I would have been I would have said, tap, 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 Ivory. Get that bitch. Get her, Ivory. Get her out of here. Now Melanie, after, you know, she's done her thing with KP or whatever, she goes upstairs where Ferragamo is. Ferragamo's in her room, minding her business, on the phone, talking to her man. But this is what bullies do, as we said. They go and they try to pick with people that they think that they can whoop ass. And one of the other girls on the show said Ferragamo is the type of chick that's chill, laid back. She doesn't fuck with nobody. She minds her business. So what does the bully do? Oh, that girl over there, she don't talk. She's not saying much. She must be a weak bitch. Let me go pick on her. Because notice that Miss Melanie Fox has not one time tried to buck up on Ivory. Go buck up on her, sis. So Melanie goes upstairs. And she wants to pick with Ferragamo. And Ferragamo was actually at first trying to talk sense into this dense-headed hoe. But Melanie, I guess, wasn't having it. At first, she walked out of the room. But then what she does is she gets all of Ferragamo's belongings. She gets her luggage, all her shit, and she takes it out of the room. And Ivory's like, why are you touching her stuff? So Ivory goes and tells Ferragamo what's going on. And Ferragamo runs to her room to see what's going on. And, you know, she don't ask no questions. She don't say nothing to Melanie. She just wants to fight. And her and Melanie go straight at it. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, Ferragamo, she's a pretty ass bitch, but she look like a street bitch that would really fuck you up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ferragamo is about to do to Melanie, right? I'm really thinking that Ferragamo is about to mop the floor with this girl. Baby, was I mistaken? I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. Because I'm thinking, you know, Melanie's fucked up. She ain't gonna do shit. The only reason she got KP the way she did was because KP don't know how to fight and she's so damn little. Let's see what Ferragamo can do, right? Bitch. Ferragamo, how you gonna let that tweaking meth head bloody up your nose the way you did? and beat you all in your head the way you did. Because that first round, I got to give it to Melanie Fox. She whooped your ass. She whooped your ass. Let me get my charger, y'all. My laptop's about to die. 1 second. So now Ferragamo, her nose is bloody and whatnot, and I thought that Melanie had busted her nose. Ferragamo says that she had a nose piercing, one of those, what do you call those? A septum piercing or whatever. And I guess Melanie ripped it out, ripped the nose piercing out, and I'm just like, so Melanie she made KP's mouth bleed because of the braces. Now she made your nose bleed, Ferragamo, because of the piercing. So is she just conveniently hitting piercings and braces, or is she eating y'all up? I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I mean, those things, I hate to say that they're excuses because they make sense. It's not just an excuse they pull out of their ass, right? You hit somebody in the mouth with braces, their mouth's gonna bleed, right? And I'm guessing if you punch or pull somebody's nose piercing enough, their nose is gonna bleed. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Melanie fucked them up, or that she just ripped the nose ring out and hit the braces? I'm gonna be real with y'all. From what I saw Melanie, all her licks were landing. They were hitting. Like, that bitch was tweaking. She had that super strength, that mega crack strength. She was on her Jocelyn Hernandez shit. She was on her Jocelyn Hernandez shit. I mean, these girls are really letting Melanie Fox toss them around this motherfucking house like a rag doll. At this very moment, she's running that house. She is. And again, I'm like, Ivory, sis, where you at? Where you at, sis? Now, Ferragamo is amped up. She ready to go. She wants to do round 2. And they go in. They go for round 2. And Melanie Fox eats her up again. It's Melanie Fox 2, Ferragamo 0. And I'm just like, at this point, Ferragamo is just a pretty-ass girl, and that's it. She can't fight. Because I got to give her that. We can't take that from Ferragamo. She's pretty as fuck. But Melanie got you. 2-0 right now. 2-0. Ferragamo, after round 2, she wants to go for round 3. I got to give her props. She's not backing down at this point. But then Melanie wants to pull the, I'm tired. Say what? No, sis. Say, tired? No. Not after all that rah you've been doing, baby. No. No. This is the young and the reckless, bitch. You ain't getting tired today. Get your ass up. I mean, can we just release the Kraken already? Can somebody open the bull cage and let the motherfucking bull out? Like, Ivory, run the fuck up. I literally, the last 2 episodes, ever since Melanie started this shit, I'm like, where is Ivory? I want the bully to bully the bully, bitch. Where is Ivory? Right? I don't care what nobody says. That bitch Melanie was not high off no shrooms. That bitch was on that 305 Coca-Cola Jocelyn Hernandez special. Allegedly. So, they go for round 3. And Ferragamo, I've got to give it to her for round 3. She did a lot better than she did them first 2 rounds. But I have to give it to Melanie Fox again for round 3. I've got to. I'm not no hating ass bitch. I don't like Melanie Fox, but she did her big one 3 times in a row with Ferragamo. And Ferragamo's face was bleeding again. I didn't see Melanie Fox bleeding. What y'all think? Now, Kai says, I'm not fighting nobody on drugs. In her confessional, Kai says, I'm not fighting nobody on drugs. I'm just going to you, or I'm going to call a law on your ass. And I'm like, you know what? I know that's right, because that's the way I'm feeling right now. You ain't going to never win fighting no crackhead, bitch, or no meth head, or whatever the fuck, cokehead, whatever the fuck Melanie Fox was on, right? So, as Ferragamo and Melanie are bitching and arguing back and forth with each other, Ivory comes up to Ferragamo and she starts whispering in Ferragamo's ear. And Melanie walks up to Ferragamo as Ivory is whispering in Ferragamo's ear. And Melanie swings on Ferragamo again. And I'm like, why don't you hit Ivory? Why don't you hit this girl that's the same stature and build as you? You always want the skinnier, smaller, petite girls. Go after a girl that is fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ivory's sitting here whispering about your ass, and you didn't even do shit. So, she swings on Ferragamo, and we go for round 4. And I got to give round 4 to Melanie Fox. At this point, we are 4-0. Okay? There's no hope for Ferragamo at this point. Melody has handed your ass to you on a silver platter. I'm sorry, I've got to say it. But finally, after all the bullying, finally, they release the Kraken. They release King Kong. They usher in Ivory. What I've been waiting on the entire time. Now, KP says that Ivory was sick of the bullying, ironically, right? So she wanted a piece of Melanie Fox. And I think that Ivory was just feeding off that energy. I think the fighting and all the shit that was going on, it kind of transferred. Like, it hit her. It hit Ivory. That demon hit her. And she was like, oh, I want to fight now, bitch. I want to fight now, right? But really, Ivory is upset because she says that, you know, we've seen Melanie Fox try to put Ferragamo and KP out the room. Well, at this point, she has. She's packed all their shit out. She's thrown it out, and she's told them, this is my room, bitch, right? Now, Ivory said, I feel some type of way about that because Ivory, her and Maj, whatever her name is, Naj, whatever, they actually chose the rooms for the girls. And she says, you know, I felt compelled to stick up for Ferragamo because I chose that room for her. So, I mean, I guess I respect that. At this point, I was just wanting anybody to shut this Melanie Fox girl up because she was just literally doing the absolute most. Like, doing the motherfucking most. She's playing into that villain role. Like, playing right into it, right? Now, Kai is giving me life when it comes to the confessionals. Kai is the confessional queen of the season. She is saying everything that I'm thinking as I'm watching this show. She is the narrator of the season. She said that Melanie had that crack strength. She said Melanie had crack strength and that they had to call in the reinforcements, bitch. She said nobody could put this big bitch down, so we had to call in the motherfucking reinforcements, ho. And who was the reinforcements? The Kraken. Ivory. So, we see round 1. Ding, 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 ding. Melanie versus Ivory. The fight that we've all been waiting on. And y'all know I'm going to be real. That first fight, I have to give it a draw. I don't think Melanie whooped Ivory. I don't think Ivory whooped Melanie. But I do think Ivory finally met... I don't know if I'd say she met her match. Because Melanie never beat Ivory's ass. Had Melanie beat Ivory's ass, I would say Ivory met her match. but she definitely met somebody that, could go toe to toe with her, right? And one of my subscribers actually told me a couple episodes ago that Ivory was finally going to meet somebody that, she had to put effort in to fight. And she did. She met her match. I don't know if we'd say that or not. But Melanie keeps saying, I'm done fighting. I'm tired. I'm done fighting. And I'm just like, well, I think Ivory's just getting started, baby girl. So you better muster up some more of that crack strength. You better go hit that crack pipe or hit a bump. Ivory says, I'm going to show you a bully, bitch. I'm about to bully the bully. And I think the producers are low-key loving it because they're just sick of Melanie Fox at this point, too. Ivory says that Ivory says, Ferragamo, get in here. Get in here and claim your room back. And I'm like, yeah, get in there, Ferragamo. Like, this is your shit. Claim your room, get your lick back, handle this shit. Take your shit back, right? And I can't lie to y'all. That second time that we see Melody and Ivory fight, Ivory got her that second round. She did. Ivory got her. And when she was pounding that fist into that hoe's head, Ivory was like, I swear to God, y'all, I was in my bed like, get that bitch. Get that hoe. I was like, if I was there, I would be acting on. I would be like, get that bitch, Ivory. Whoop that hoe, Ivory. Fuck that hoe up. Like, I have never rooted for Ivory in an episode like I did tonight on episode 4. I don't even like the bitch. But the bully had to put the bully down. Okay? And Ivory even said that. Ivory even said, bitch, you can't bully the bully. I'm top motherfucking bully up in this bitch. And Ivory's running the house at this point. Ivory's been running the house. Listen, love her or hate her, I don't like Ivory really like that. Maybe there's a little something I do like about her. It's the bully shit I don't like. But she's running that house. She's running LA at this point. She's running LA like Natalie Nunn or Atlanta. Now, one thing I thought was interesting was Ivory said she fought Melanie mainly because she was trying to fuck Ferragamo. Catch that, T. Now, see, I knew Ivory was gay. And these are the things that I want to know more about these girls. Like, who's straight, who's not, who's got a man, who's got a girlfriend, who's single. Like, let's get to know these girls a little bit more. Past the fighting. Because I didn't know that about Ivory. But I suspected it. I always knew she had to be gay or bisexual. Because that bitch fights like a man too much to be straight. And I'm not saying my straight girls out there, I'm not saying y'all can't scrap, okay? I know some straight women that could throw the fuck down. But Ivory was just given a whole other breed. Now, y'all notice Melanie starts to back down a little bit when she realizes that, oh, I met somebody that's going to put me in my place, right? Now, she says that she was drunk off the Casamigos and, and the shrooms. It's like, nah, bitch, that was straight crack, meth, or cocaine, allegedly, that you was on. Because I have been around dope heads in my life, and that's what it was giving me. Melody thinks, though, that it's favoritism. She says that she thinks it's favoritism all the way down to production. From the girls all the way down to production. And it's like, no, bitch, you're just fucking crazy. I can't stand people do that. They throw the rock, and then they hide their hand, and they're like, well, what did I do? Everybody's ganging up on me. It's favoritism. No, you're not going to gaslight us. You can't gaslight us viewers. We see what it is. You started all this shit. Now, granted, it's been entertaining, and we appreciate your efforts to entertain us, Melanie. But we see right through it, sis. Like, come on now. And to be honest, Melanie, if you want to be real, sis, you lucky they didn't jump your ass. Because what you was doing was almost liable for a jumping. The way you was getting in girls' faces and picking on the smaller girls and touching people's shit. Like, you lucky. Because if I saw somebody pulling my shit out, throwing my shit out, me and my friend's shit out, and my friend go jump on you, bitch, I'm jumping on your ass too. Because you fuck with both of our shit. Did y'all notice when Melanie was downstairs with her little suitcase? I thought she was going home at this point. She had a little suitcase. She was like, get that camera. She pulled the whole... Y'all know it's my pet peeve when it comes to these reality shows and reality stars. It's my pet peeve when somebody says, get that fucking camera out of my face. And y'all hear the cameraman, he said, you're on a TV show. Gagged you, bitch. You're on a TV show. What do you mean get the camera out your face? This is what you signed up for. It's what you wanted, right, ho? You wanted the fame. You wanted the lights, camera, action. Now you getting it. Smile. Melanie says, as she's arguing with Ivory, she says, you told me to run up on bitches in the club for views. She pretty much, exposes that Ivory has been playing silent producer. And I believe it. I believe it. We saw what she did with Christina or Chris or whatever her name is. Chris, that girl's name? Hell, I can't remember. She's that unmemorable. What is her name? I got it somewhere in here. Krista. I'm sorry, Crystal. I called you Chrissy or Christina, whatever. But yeah, we saw what you did with Christina. Ivory put a battery in Christina's back. She tried putting a battery in Melanie's back, but Melanie wasn't taking it. I gotta give that to Melanie. At least she ain't no follower. She's not a, you ain't gonna put no batteries in her back and wind her up and get her going. She gonna get going on her own. Let her, and she gonna go do her, she gonna wind up on her own. Of all the fights I have seen Ivory in thus far, so I've only watched her on South Central Baddies. Keep that in mind. Of all the fights I've seen her in this far, I don't think I've ever seen someone go toe-to-toe with Ivory the way Melanie did. Maybe Cash from South Central Baddies, but I don't know. That Melanie, that's a crazy bitch. That's a crazy bitch. Now, next week, it looks like we see that she gets sent home. But before she goes home, it looks like her and Ivory are going to go at it one more time. And I hope to see Ivory dog walk. You better dog walk, Ivory, or we're taking that crown from you as the one that's running the house. So we're going to see what happens this coming Sunday on episode 5. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you know when I post a new video. Join the conversation by leaving a comment in the comment section and let me know whose side are you on. Are you Team Ivory or are you Team Melanie Fox? I think it's going to be some interesting answers. I'd love to hear from you guys on whose team you're on. And do you guys think Melanie was on something? Was she off something? Was she... I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Now, if you want to support the Damien After Dark movement, you can donate to the channel. In the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle, okay? I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Damien After Dark. Make sure you tune in to the Baddies East After Show live each and every Sunday night at 9 to 9:30 Central, only on Damien After Dark. Love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Mwah.